Eric Magidson here. Hope everybody's having a good day. Today we are going to review the count formula. We're then going to do some count ifs and average if. So the first thing we want to do is count the total number of students that we have on our grade sheet here for the School of Fine Arts Introduction to Design and Color. So here's a grade sheet. Everyone has received total points. Possible points, that gives us a percentage, and we've calculated their grade. So the total number of students, that's pretty easy. We just want to count the number of cells with values, so we're going to say count numbers. Now don't confuse count with sum. Count is only going to count cells that have a value in it. In this case, we don't want to count across, we want to count down. So I'm going to pick the percentage column here and count that number of range, and we get a total of 38 students. So now what we want to do is we want to count the grade column for the number of students who have a grade of A. So we're going to do this with the count if function. So I'm going to come up here to more functions. I'm going to type in count if it's not already in my list, which it is. There's count if, and it says count the number of cells within a range that meet a given condition. Sounds like the formula I want. So my range in this case is going to be the grades range. Now before we go any further, I know I also want to count the B's, C's, and D's. So I'm going to make this an absolute range. So every time I iterate down, you'll see what happens in a minute, I want to make sure it absolutely uses M4 through M41, and as I iterate down, doesn't go to M5 through M42. So there's the absolute, and my criteria in this case, I know since this is the range, I've got to search for a text string, so I'm going to put it in a quote, and the first one I'm searching for are the A's. So it says that there's 5 A's. I could go down and count them just to make sure my formula is correct, do a little auditing, always a good idea. It looks like there's about 5 A's there. And what I'm going to do now is a little shortcut. Instead of having to count if and do the formula again and count if, I'm going to take the count if formula for A's, I'm going to copy it down. Now, why am I getting 5 B's, 5 C's? I can see there's more than 5 B's, is because if I look at the formula, it's still searching for A. So all I have to do is come up here, change this to a B, and work my way down. This one I'm going to be searching on the criteria of C. And finally this one I'm going to be searching on the criteria of D. Again, I want to iterate. Let me look down this list. Doesn't look like any of the students received F's. So I could audit this by quickly doing a sum, summing up the total A, B, C's, and D's. And indeed, I have 38 students in the class, 38 grades issued. Nobody got an F. That's just a quick little audit that I did. Our final formula we want to look at is average if, and what we're going to do is find the average percentage for students that earned an A in the class. So I'm going to come up here, more functions. I'm going to type in average if, unless it's already in my list, which it is. And average if finds the average or arithmetic mean for the cells specified by a given condition or criteria. So in this case, we want to be careful. Is this the average range or the range? This is the range of cells you want evaluated. So I'm going to evaluate the grades cells, or the range of grades. I'm going to evaluate for the string of A, and then the range that I actually want averaged are the percentage, because remember we're looking for the average percent of students that earned an A. I'll say OK, and I get 92.93%. So for students that earned an A, their average percentage was 92.93. All right, there's those formulas. Have a great day.